All right, all right, all right, all right. What's going on? What's going on? Woo! Party! Yeah, this is your boy Slizwag from Go Here Smoke This. Shout out to all the people watching. I freaking appreciate your support. Freaking, we just finished getting all the little plants freaking tucked in for the evening. We actually picked up two clones, which we're going to turn into mothers so we can reproduce clones from those. So we picked up key lime pie, and we actually picked up blackberry OG. So we're going to be cloning those out, and we'll show you more about that as we freaking get on and show you the LED project and all that stuff. But today is February 1st. Today is the very first day that we kicked off the LED project. One of the reasons we're kicking it off so early is because we're growing some stuff from seed here. We do have some special Hawaiian seeds that we freaking procured. We also have some Pineapple Express that we have also procured, and we're gonna freaking we got to get those started early so we can separate the males from the females. We can also, we'll also be able to start cloning, and we'll be able to get those plants acclimated and see what's going to go on with them. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm hoping we get all females. I'm hoping we get the highest percentage of females that we can. Tonight we're smoking on some purple punch, and we're also smoking on some blackberry bubba. That blackberry bubba smells so good. But yeah, we just finished freaking getting some stuff done, and yeah, we're just kind of freaking. Where we go. Yeah, we go. We're just kind of getting everything situated, getting everything tucked in. We've got some other stuff on the horizon. I like these nighttime sessions because I'm all ramped up. All the creative juices are flowing. I get to tell you guys what's coming up on the horizon. So we've got some
Blackberry OG. We picked up clones of Blackberry OG and Key Lime Pie. We picked up one of each. Shout out to freaking my brother Ted. What's going on? Howdy, my man. Long time no see. We're gonna start trying to do a show a live every night and kind of give you guys a freaking update of what's going on behind the scenes. So yeah, we're doing it. Freaking much love, my brother. Then that Afghani is one of my favorites. So yeah, but we've got those two clones in there, and those two clones we're actually going to turn into our mothers. We filmed where we did the seeds. We soaked our rapid rooters in our freaking seedling solution. We went ahead and put them into our indoor tent with our LED lights running. Our air's all matriculating around. So yeah. But everything's set up there. Those freaking babies are freaking in there. I'm going to let those clones, I'm going to let them go for maybe another 5, maybe at least one day before I replant them. I'm not going to repot them today. So I want to let them go for at least 2 days before I repot them, because I'm going to repot them into 1 gallons. Hopefully we'll be able to trim them back and freaking create a lot of clones from that. So we'll see. But with the seeds, we've got a Hawaiian, I think it's called Coma, from a real good friend of ours, lives right across the way, but they're actually Hawaiian seeds. And we've got some Pineapple Express that we're gonna freaking pop off. So from seeds. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see exactly what's up with it. Shout out to Kateri. What's going on? Nice to see you. Good to see you. But yeah, we've got a bunch of good stuff in the shoot. And again, like I said, we're going to try to start doing these nighttime lives again, a lot more as well. Of course, we always do our one on Thursday with me and Gina, but we're going to freaking try and do them almost every day of the week. So stay tuned. I am doing great. I freaking had a very productive day. Freaking putting on, we planted seeds. We started seeds today in the tent. We freaking picked up clones. We've designed a couple of t-shirt designs that you guys I'm gonna hopefully be able to show you guys in a little bit. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of good stuff. It's been a super productive Monday, and I'm so amped. Yeah. I'm working. If this machine that you see in the back, it's a Cricut machine. And what I'm trying to do is we're working on some t-shirt designs, and we're actually going to be making the designs right here. So yeah. And that way it's going to be able to give you a little bit more bang for your buck, give you a better t-shirt, better quality t-shirt, freaking at a cheaper cost. So, because some of the places that are freaking, will make the t-shirt and ship it out, they're starting their t-shirts at like $29. I'm not trying to freaking make $1 million. I just want to, because some people have asked that the shit t-shirt. We're working on that, and I'm trying to get the same font and get the freaking shit lined up, but it's harder than it sounds. So what I'm also going through and doing is I'm using this as an opportunity to learn how to do all this shit. So. Whew. Also, if you haven't heard, there's gonna be I don't know how to describe it. We're gonna attempt an experiment, and I don't know. I know a lot of you. I want to let you guys know in on a little secret. I have a little bit of PTSD. Freaking, it's just something that I have. It's one of those things, and I'm trying to decrease my intake of freaking pharmaceuticals. And here in the near future, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be embarking on a journey. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this or know this, but what I have found in talking to people in research, a lot of people have been have experienced freaking uh, have experienced positive effects and have been able to decrease their intake of pharmaceuticals by experimenting with microdosing of psilocybin mushrooms. Okay. So I've never taken mushrooms before. We've been doing some research, and I don't freaking have a regular job or anything. I don't operate heavy machinery or no shit like that. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna embark on a journey. I'm gonna freaking take some of these mushrooms for about 6 to 8 weeks. And I'm actually gonna freaking report to you guys and let you guys know how everything is going. But here's the problem. One thing that I have to do simply to be able to freaking put out the info is I might have to freaking put it in a secret area or put it behind something so kids can't get to it. But yeah, that's what we're working on that right now. And yeah, I'd like to freaking try and experiment with a regular dose to freaking put the freaking hallucinogens into my system. And I want to stress that we're not trying this for its hallucinogenic effects. That's absolutely not what we're trying it for. Because what we're going to be doing after that initial dose, one of the things we're going to be doing is microdosing. And the definition of microdosing is you're taking a small enough dose to where you're not going to be able to feel any of the effects. But what it's doing is it's building up in your system. So it's adding that psilocybin into your system. And what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to freaking do something with your brain. I've been smoking some weed, so I can't tell you all the details how it freaking comes together. But basically, to a lot of people that I've talked to that have used it for PTSD, for mental disorders, for mental issues and stuff that they're having, depression, anxiety, we're gonna freaking find out if it's actually true or they're just full of shit. So yeah. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, we're going to be taking these mushrooms. We're going to be microdosing these mushrooms for 6 to 8 weeks. And here's the problem with that. I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen because everybody's different. It's similar to weed. You could take weed and you could microdose weed. And people have been experimenting with that, microdosing weed. Not enough to get you high, but just a little bit. So, and what it does, it builds up in your system. And a lot of people are saying that small buildup of THC, Delta 8, Delta 9, THC, THC B, and a couple different things like that are freaking very helpful in improving anxiety, depression, things of that nature. So, in the interest of trying to get off of pharmaceuticals, I'm going to attempt to freaking do a scientific trial, if you will. I'm not sure how it's going to go. We're still working out the details, but that's what we're going to try. We're going to try it, and we're going to see what exactly, if there's any freaking truth to it, or they're just full of shit. Let's stop yip yapping. Let's fucking smoke some of this weed. My man Ted's out there smoking some Afghani. This is some Purple Punch. We're going to be following it up with some daggone Blackberry Bubba. But yeah, we'll see how that works out. Whew, man. I'm interested to hear you guys' feedback. And what you'd like to see, because I'm trying to figure out how I can gauge freaking as I go through this process. I'm interested to see how I can gauge its effectiveness. And I think what I'm going to end up going with is I'm going to have a person who's not taking mushrooms, and I'm going to have a list of questions. Okay. And that's another thing we're going to do during the course of that. We're also going to have a small series on growing your own mushrooms, because that's one thing that was recommended to me by a person that now takes mushrooms, is simply because I didn't know this. There are probably 20 different kinds of hallucinogenic or psychoactive mushrooms. 20 plus different kinds. I had no idea. There's like golden teacher. There's like B plus. There's like different combinations of lion's mane. There's freaking, which lion's mane is not really a hallucinogenic mushroom. But when you combine it and cross it with other mushrooms, it increases the effect of a hallucinogenic mushroom, which is crazy. And to be honest with you, there's so much interesting science that's, for lack of a better term, that's freaking used in this freaking particular thing. Because here's the thing, I'm not a big fan of mushrooms. And when I say I'm not a big fan of mushrooms, just regular mushrooms, shiitake, mushrooms on pizza, they're not my bag. But from what I'm understanding, it's not a matter of taste. What I'm not, and it doesn't really matter how it tastes, because from what I understand, you're taking probably a milligram, maybe 2 milligrams of mushrooms and freaking growing it up into powder. And a lot of people are taking it in a small, taking a liter or a quart of freaking water, shaking it up and letting it freaking hang out in there for a while. So, and they're drinking it over the course of 5 to 6 hours. And that microdose, supposedly once a day, is supposed to freaking keep you, it's supposed to freaking keep you even. I also have to wait a while, because what I'm going to do, and this is not going to be great for people around me, what I'm going to end up having to do is I'm going to have to stop my pharmaceuticals for that entire time. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out either, because that's going to be trippy, and it's going to make me go nuts. But I'm hoping that the psilocybin, the MR, the mushrooms, will actually freaking take the place of that. So, I'm working on there's different freaking ways I could go about it. What's up, my man? Shout out to Felipe Clayton. What's going on? Shout out to Rachel Thomas. So there's a freaking a tit for tat. I think the way for me to best freaking see if I can measure the effects is to actually freaking stop those freaking pharmaceuticals, and then as I'm starting the mushrooms, I'm gonna freaking kind of the effects are gonna kind of freaking go past each other. What I mean is my freaking my residual levels of my pharmaceuticals will go down, while my freaking residual levels of freaking psilocybin will go up. Supposedly they should balance each other, and I should get to a point where I will receive some positive effects. That's what we don't know, and that's why we're doing this, supposedly or allegedly. So I'm very interested, because a lot of people that have taken mushrooms are saying that they're totally different people. And here's the thing, I'm not looking to change my personality. What I'm doing is I'm looking to improve the quality of my life, and in conjunction improve the quality freaking of the life of others around me. And that's really what this is all about. And you'll find, and we'll go into this more in depth, but you'll find that microdosing mushrooms is not going to make you hallucinate. It's just not, because you're not taking a big enough dose. So anybody that thinks they're going to try to microdose, which is essentially means you're going to take mushrooms continuously for an extended period of time, on the surface it sounds awesome. I'm going to take these mushrooms every day for freaking 45 to 60 days. Holy shit, that sounds great. If you could do anything every day for 45 to 60 days, well, thank you, Ted. I appreciate that. And it's one of the things is it's not something that I'm doing flippantly, and it's not something that I'm doing for, I've had people, text me and say, you're doing it for the views. But they've never had to freaking live with me and my crankiness and all my other nonsense. But it's not something, I'm not looking to become dependent on the mushroom, because microdosing, what you're doing is you're looking to build up a small residual. And what that's going to do is, we've got to get into a little bit of the science. It's going to change the way that your neural pathways work in your brain. Because I have PTSD, because I have dead spots in my brain. There are literally places that they can't compute. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to quote unquote, to a certain extent, rewire my brain to improve my quality of life. So we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm very hesitant to go off of all of my medication at the same time, because it's going to be crazy. But I will tell you this: it's also going to be able to allow me to get, because like you said, Rachel, and that's a point that I've been going back and forth on. I have to stop that medication, freaking, in order to get that clean slate effect. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I hear you guys out there. Let's smoke some weed. And well, here's the thing. It is crazy, but what the reason that it's freaking it's wrong a lot is because a lot of people don't have experience with it being used for positive effects. A lot of people have experience with people abusing it or using it for recreational effects. It's kind of like opioids, freaking hardcore pain medication. There is a sector of society that pain medication, well, I'm not sure how that's going to freaking, I'm not sure if cannabis would make much of a difference, simply because the ideal and the goal of this is to decrease the amount of pharmaceuticals. So, and I think that's going to keep me sane when I freaking go off all that medication. Yeah, and unearned reputation. But I think more, and that's also one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because I'm going to assume that all the people that are watching me, all the people within the sound of my voice, freaking, are not dumb people. And I want them to, whether it works for me or not, I want them to be able to see for themselves what the freaking ups and downs are. Because simply put, there's nothing in this world that is 100% positive. I guarantee you there's going to be some drawbacks, or there's going to be some cons to taking mushrooms as opposed to pharmaceuticals. Who knows? And that's what's most important is I'm going to freaking enter on this journey, but I want to freaking share it with you so you guys can make an informed decision. Because there are people that do have freaking anxiety and different things like that. And excuse me, there are people out there who, if someone showed them what to do and showed them that it's not crazy, and that's also true. I have found that's also true. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm no tree hugging hippie, but here's two things that I do know. I do know that man-made things have a tendency to be more harmful for you and to you in the long run. And I also know that things that are freaking found in nature or natural things have a better long-term effect on you because your body can freaking easier deal with them. So oh man, my man Jesse knows that I love him. I'm telling you, from his relapse trigger days, his relapse Valley Detroit diesel days to now. I got to tell you, though, you're married to a great guy. Let me just say that. He's pretty awesome. He got an awesome dude there. But yeah, I'm not gonna freaking go all freaking what's his name? I'm not gonna go all Timothy Leary on you guys, but yeah. So, but just stay tuned. And I also have another thing that we have in the shoot that's gonna go on during this time. Well, that's in the shoot for the freaking next time. Oh, that's good shit right there. That's good shit. We're going to do a retro weed tech series. So old things that people used to smoke out of. We've got a couple glass gravity bongs. We might even bust out with the old toilet paper roll with aluminum foil just to show you guys how bad we had it and your grandparents had it when they had to smoke the jazz cabbage. So, yeah, that's going to be fucking awesome and fun. So, hopefully you guys will freaking have some fun with it. We'll do some background history of how that came about and freaking how it evolved through the years. Because a lot of the pipes that you smoke out of now, the freaking bubblers, the percolators, they are born and have their roots and freaking illicit pipes that your grandpappy used to make. So, yeah. But that's one of those things. I'm sure you guys are tired of freaking listening to me. I just want to give you guys some updates. Hopefully you'll see me tomorrow again in the morning. And we're trying to make this a freaking regular thing. Now, see, I think for my particular needs, I think right now, peyote would actually be too strong for what I need. Now, but I will tell you this: I have heard of people that have positive results, and also one of the things that's hard about it is it's hard to procure and it's hard to grow. It takes about between 3 and 5 years for peyote to mature to where you can ingest it and it becomes hallucinogenic. Because I've done a little research on that anyway. Because, yeah, I got time. But hopefully, I appreciate you guys freaking stopping by the show. I appreciate you guys freaking sharing the love. Like and share this video. I hope you guys do. This is your boy Slizwack. One thing we want to do, we want to cultivate, we want to medicate, we want to recreate, and we will see you next time.